Hello, welcome to today's recording. It's exciting times today because we're joined all the way from Greece by Dimitris. Hi, Dimitris.
Hello, everyone. Kalispera, which is good afternoon in Greek. My name is Dimitris, and I'm really happy to be joining Lisa and Matt today.
Brilliant. Can we say it again? What was it again? Kalimera.
Kalispera. Kalimera means good morning.
Oh, Kalimera.
Matt, you need to come to Greece to learn a few words, right?
I do need to learn more for sure.
I know Yamas.
Yamas. Cheers.
Cheers.
Dimitris is going to talk to us today about Greece, the lovely island of Crete, the Elounda Beach Hotel and villas, and also Elounda Bay Palace. And we're really excited. I can't wait for clients to see this. So, Dimitris, over to you when you're ready.
Perfect. First of all, I would like to say thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to present our hotels to you today. You are right. I'm working for the Elounda Beach Hotel and Villas and the Elounda Bay Palace, two five-star hotels in one of the most beautiful Greek islands. I'm totally biased because I'm actually from there, so I would have to say the most beautiful Greek island, the island of Crete. So I have put together a short presentation for you and your friends, of course. I would like to start sharing my screen with you. We can talk about the hotels, and then at the end, if you guys have any questions, I would be more than happy to try to answer all of them. So let me start by sharing the screen. Matt, you were right. I am saying hi to you today from the capital of Greece, Athens, but I actually reside in the UK. I live in London. If I'm honest with you, I haven't been able to call London home for like 6 months now. So I'm flying back in a few days. I'm really excited about this. These hotels are actually very popular in the UK. They are preferred choices of British travelers. So I hope that your friends are going to find this presentation useful and interesting. Before we talk about the hotels, I would like to share a few information about how to reach us and why visit Crete. So we have direct flights from pretty much all major UK airports flying directly into Crete. Crete is the largest out of all the Greek islands. It's actually the southernmost part of Greece. And you have direct flights from London, Manchester, Birmingham, Stansted, Newcastle, Leeds, Bradford, Edinburgh, Glasgow, Bristol, Cardiff, Norwich, East Midland, and Belfast. I really apologize if I forgot any airport. The flight is just under 4 hours. You fly into Heraklion. This is the biggest city on the island. And then it's about 45 to 50 minutes the private transfer to our hotels. All the transfers that are arranged for your clients through ourselves are done with Mercedes-Benz cars and limousines. Let's talk about Crete. Crete is the most popular tourism destination in Greece. It's always the preferred choice of British travelers. I love this picture here. I think it must explain why the place is considered to be very popular and beautiful. I have identified 10 reasons why Crete is a very popular destination. First and foremost is the climate. It's much warmer than it is in the UK. I would say that explains why the season is so extended. Normally hotels are open from April until the very end of October. You have some of the most beautiful hotels and resorts in Greece, in Crete actually. The beaches are really beautiful, sandy beaches, pebbles or stones. There is pretty much something for everyone. Nature enthusiasts and activity enthusiasts would love the island. There is generally so much to do there. I mean, Crete is one of the most, the richest places when it comes to history and culture in Greece. I cannot even count the archaeological sites, the monuments that you can visit when you are in Crete, like Knossos Palace, Festos Palace, the Arcadi Monastery. I mean, so impressive the destination. You have beautiful towns and traditional villages. I chose to show you a picture of Agios Nikolaos here. Agios Nikolaos is the biggest town that's the closest to our hotels. It's literally just a 15-minute drive from our hotels. Gastronomy, I mean, if there is one thing that we are really proud of in Greece, it's definitely food. So I would say that, of course, Crete is like the base of the Mediterranean cuisine. Everything is locally produced. Everything is so fresh. And the final reason why Crete is so popular, in my opinion, is the most important reason. I believe that we are very hospitable people. We are very open, genuinely very hospitable and very friendly people. So who is Crete for? Crete is pretty much for everyone. So it's definitely for couples, honeymooners, families, multi-generation groups, nature lovers, food lovers, history and culture lovers. And last but not least, certainly not in our case, it's for those looking for luxury breaks. The area of Elounda, if there is one thing to remember from this presentation today, is that Elounda is actually an area. It's a fishery village that, as I said, is just a 15-minute drive from Agios Nikolaos town. And what is there in Elounda? What is there to do in Elounda? We have an amazing selection of local tavernas, restaurants, souvenir shops, coffee shops, and of course, boat trips to Spinalonga Island. This is one of the most visited places in Crete. It's a World Heritage Site. Spinalonga is an island that used to be a leper colony for more than 50 years. It's a very spiritual place. It's a fantastic place to visit, and boat trips to Spinalonga are mostly served from the village of Elounda and the village of Plaka. This is something that we can help as well when you visit Crete and stay in our hotel. So I would say, if any of you watching this presentation, please 100% include a quick visit to the island of Spinalonga. You will not regret it. It's so, so beautiful. Now let me talk about our hotels. And I start this part of the presentation possibly with my favorite photo, the photo that actually shows both hotels. We mentioned in the beginning that we have the Elounda Beach Hotel and Villas and the Elounda Bay Palace. So two hotels, which are actually in the exact same location and also interconnected. That means all the leisure facilities, all the recreation facilities can be used by guests of both properties. The properties are gated. That means there is no access to others. It's just for those who stay in the properties, especially nowadays where we are all slightly bit more concerned about safety and health and all that. You can be rest assured that you will not be around people who are not staying in the hotel. And I think this is something important to take from it today. The properties share 4 private sandy beaches there, no pebbles, no stones. We're talking about pure sand, and 60 acres of beautiful surroundings. This is so important because one of the best things to do is to actually relax. We have amazing walking paths that connect the 2 properties. And I mean, the color of the sea breeze, the flowers, the olive trees, the palm trees, the smell of the flowers, all these lead to a very relaxing ambience. And you will say to me, Dimitris, that's amazing, but why do you have 2 hotels? Not you, I mean, why does the group have 2 hotels in the exact same location? How do we know which one is best for us? Then this is how Matt and Lisa come in. They are very familiar with the properties and they would definitely be able to advise the following. The difference lies only on the ambience. The Elounda Bay Palace, if I'm allowed to show you, is this one here, is more compact. So it mainly consists of main building rooms and it has a more friendly, relaxed and cozy feeling. On the other hand, the Elounda Beach Hotel and Villas is this one here. The Elounda Beach Hotel and Villas, if you take out the 2 main buildings, comes with a really impressive selection of private bungalows and villas. So it does feel slightly more spacious, slightly more exclusive. Other than that, there is no difference because literally everything can be used by everyone. Both hotels take couples, both hotels welcome families. It's just a matter of taste, I would say, where you have been before and how you have planned your holidays. This is the only difference. Let's talk about the Elounda Beach Hotel and Villas specifically. For us Greeks, this is a really special hotel for one very simple reason. It was the very first luxury hotel in the whole of Greece. There was no other before that. And this is the reason why the tiny area of Elounda became famous all over the world. We are very lucky because we are able to offer the best waterfront location to you, to our guests. This is the only 5-star hotel that offers bungalows and villas that have direct access to the sea. So this is something that we are really proud to offer. Each hotel, as I said, has 2 private sandy beaches. And as I said, in the Elounda Beach Hotel, you will be very impressed by how extensive the selection of rooms, suites, bungalows, and villas is. dedicated family accommodation is available, of course, and we feel that we offer exceptional service. And I think this pretty much explains why we have been operating for 5 decades now, and why around 60% of our guests, people like yourselves, are people who have visited us many, many times. The two main buildings come with a more traditionally styled rooms that resemble Crete. The element of wood, for example, is very evident in our houses in Crete. So this is where you will find spacious rooms, sharing pool rooms, deluxe hotel suites, family suites, that have a very authentic Cretan style ambience. I really want to focus on 2 room types here. For example, the sharing pool rooms. You know, if there is 3 couples of you, or if it is 2 families of you traveling together, if you occupy all 3 or all 4 of these sharing pool rooms, then automatically the sharing pool is just for you. Or I want to focus on the family suites that can be 1 bedroom or 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom or 2 bathrooms, so they can be very spacious accommodation. What makes the hotel really famous is this one here. We have a huge selection of private bungalows and villas, which are perfect for couples, honeymooners, and families. So they can be 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, or even 4 bedrooms. So very, very big accommodation options. Sea view bungalows and villas that are literally steps away from the sea. They come with large private terraces or private heated pools. If there is one thing to remember about the Elounda Beach Hotel and Villas, apart from being able to offer you a waterfall location, is this one here. In this hotel, every single private pool, so if you have a bungalow or a villa that comes with a pool, it is guaranteed that your private pool is going to be heated for free up to 26 degrees, which is enough. And why is that? Because here, you're not going to spend time in a plunge pool. You're not going to spend time in a hot tub either. You're going to have a real size pool. You're going to have a pool that you're going to be able to swim in. And my colleagues say, Dimitris, what is the point of charging our clients a pool if the water is cold and they're not going to be able to use it? I know it sounds really simple, but this is something that not many hotels offer. So I would definitely like to stress this out in case you are interested in a private bungalow or villa with a private heated pool. Since 2017, we have introduced a really ambitious renovation program. So more than 40 of our bungalows and villas have been fully renovated, and they now look like this. This is the new face of the Elounda Beach Hotel and Villas, accommodation which is amazing for couples and honeymooners, but also for families. They look really stylish, really modern, really fresh. The feedback by both people that have visited us for the first time and those who have been visiting us for many years has been more than amazing. And of course, that gives us strength to continue with this renovation. So I would say if you want something really unique, something really distinctive, something that you don't necessarily come across often in Greece, then this is the right accommodation for you. Everything looks so pretty, nice luxury touches everywhere. Most of the accommodation comes with private heated pools. Some of them come with ridiculously huge private terraces that make you feel that you are on a cruise ship. I love this big picture here. I can only imagine what it must be waking up to these views every day. One of the most impressive accommodation types that we have, and this is something that you will not find anywhere else in the whole of the Mediterranean area, is a series of 8 waterfront villas, which we call the yachting villas. They are very high tech. Everything is controlled through an iPad. There is Maserati leather on the walls. They are 75 square meters each, so really spacious inside space. And then your private heated pool, your private platform with designated sunbeds and sun umbrellas, and nothing else. It's just the water, the Mediterranean Sea. So imagine how close you are to the water when you stay in one of these villas. I would say, and that doesn't only apply to our hotels, I would say the same for every place in Crete. And during one's visit to the island, I think one of the highlights is definitely dining. The Elounda Beach Hotel and Villas operates on bed and breakfast. An amazing American-style breakfast is waiting for you. And Matt and Lisa can arrange dine-around options for you. Have an amazing selection of waterfront a la carte restaurants. You see here a picture of my absolute favorite restaurant in the whole of Greece. This is our fine dining restaurant called Dionysos. We also have Greek, Italian, Mediterranean restaurants, and the top picture is again one of my favorite restaurants. It's a picture of our Blue Lagoon restaurant, which has introduced a really interesting concept, the Japanese and Peruvian cuisines blend. Of course, we would be able to provide in-room breakfast for you. This is one of my favorite photos. This is why I have included this here. Then we move on to the Elounda Bay Palace, which is our sister property. As I said, interconnected to the Elounda Beach Hotel and Villas. It comes with an amazing waterfront location and a very relaxing ambience. The Elounda Bay Palace is a very popular hotel in the UK market, and I think this goes down to some very specific reasons. A, it's of course the waterfront location. You're seconds away from the sea. B, out of all the 5-star hotels in the area, this is the hotel that is the closest to the village of Elounda. It will take you less than 15 minutes, that's walking, to the very center of the village of Elounda. So any of you that want to go to the hotel and just spend all of your time inside the hotel, that's perfect. You have all the facilities and services available to you. But those of you that want to go out, mingle with the locals, go to local tavernas, restaurants, souvenir shops, this is so close. You can so easily do this. Now, if you want to take your family to a Greek 5-star hotel, it will definitely be interesting to know that the Elounda Bay Palace is one of the very few Greek properties that offers interconnecting rooms, which once confirmed are guaranteed. So when Lisa or Matt get in touch with our reservations to book your holidays with us, once they say that, you know what, my clients need interconnecting rooms, once my colleagues say, you know, Matt, you know, Lisa, yes, your clients are going to have interconnecting rooms, you can be 100% sure that this is going to be it. Then also, you will find out through Matt and Lisa that the Elounda Bay Palace is one of the most affordable 5-star option hotels in Crete. The hotel definitely has a more traditional feeling compared to the Elounda Beach Hotel and Villas. However, several renovations have taken place recently. So this slide here shows different rooms, different bungalows that have been fully renovated recently. If you want to stay in a suite or a villa at the Elounda Bay Palace, this is actually available. So the hotel does offer suites and villas. F&B, really easy. It doesn't matter if you're going to stay in one of the entry-level rooms or in one of the highest suite categories. You will be on half board. And what does half board mean here? You will have amazing American-style breakfast and evening dinner served in the main restaurant. That's part of the rate they're going to offer to Matt and Lisa. However, if you want to try out any of the evening a la carte restaurants for evening a la carte dining, there will be credit waiting for you, and the credit is available every single night, and that is per adult and per child. So if it's just 2 of you, if you want to use the credit once, twice, every night, or not at all, this can be done. So this is something that we offer, and why is that? Because we have different a la carte restaurants. We want to give the chance to you to try out as many of them as you wish. Maybe not at all, or maybe every night. It's completely up to you. Each of the hotels has its own outdoor swimming pool, and the Elounda Bay Palace comes with 2 more pools, a small children's pool and an indoor pool, which is actually heated all throughout the season. I know that when you visit a place, it's all about relaxation. And what do we have for you here? We have a penthouse spa, a very spacious spa, 20 different treatment rooms, so body treatments, facial treatments, mud therapies, hydrotherapies, detox menus and therapies. So for wellness breaks, the hotels are amazing. An outdoor and indoor swimming pool at the spa. And of course, the spa is accessible to guests of both properties. When it comes to leisure and recreation, each of the hotels has its own water sports center. That means jet skiing, bananas, water skiing, snorkeling is available as well. If you want to take your family to our hotels, each of the hotels has its own kids club for children aged 4 to 12 for free. And we also organize separate activities for teenagers during the peak of the summer. We have tennis, football, and basketball courts available. I didn't put it in the presentation because it goes without saying that you have complimentary Wi-Fi, not just in your room, but in all the communal areas as well. If you require babysitting, this can be provided on request. If you want to exercise during your holidays, we have the fitness center, personal training can be provided as well. Or if you want something more special, we can organize boat trips, helicopter services, anything that you want can be arranged through Lisa and Matt. I try to be as quick as possible because I think sometimes that the pictures speak for themselves. I would definitely like to say thank you, Ευχαριστώ, for your time. And of course, I want to say thank you to Matt and Lisa and Matt, for giving me the opportunity to talk to you today about our hotels. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Thank you, Dimitris. Well, we would also like to say thank you to you for taking the time to share your brilliant presentation with us. The images in that presentation are, I just want to go straight away. I think you did cover in there that you have one of the best locations in Elounda Bay, and that definitely showed in the pictures that you shared with us there.
I think that it makes my life easy when I need to talk and present the hotels, because at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is. We are able to offer nice accommodation options to, you know, literally meters away from the sea. And if you want me to be honest with you, having been obviously to the properties many times now, I feel that many of the guests, and I genuinely feel this, many of the guests come to us again and again and again, not so much about the rooms that they get, but most importantly about the location and because of the service that they get. I've seen it myself many times, you know, people going to reception at check-in and say, where is Yorgos? Where is Maria? They are looking for the staff, and that does mean something.
Absolutely, yeah. Again, you covered it perfectly in your presentation, but the hospitality, you know, the Greek people are absolutely fantastic. And one of my questions actually was going to be, you've just already answered it for me, was do you have a lot of repeat guests? Because I can imagine the hotel does. So you've already covered that.
We do, and it's one of the most rewarding things. And I would say that if you visit the hotel, you will be able to understand how unique they are. I speak from personal experience. Whenever I go to see my colleagues, I don't stay for more than 3 or 4 days. So when I arrive during evening time, the next day, I wake up in the morning, I go for breakfast, and just because literally everything around you is so green and blue because of the sea, you instantly feel relaxed, if you know what I mean. So I think this is why, again, you know, so many people decide to come in, especially with for couples. We have so many couples that usually come maybe in normal years, they come twice. They come in the beginning of the season, or and they visit again during the end of the season. When we talk about people, of course, it makes sense that during half terms or during, you know, summer school holidays, yes, there are going to be mainly families, but in the shoulder seasons, this is what we call, you know, the beginning and the end of the seasons, we are heavily dominated by couples.
Perfect. I have a question about the a la carte restaurants that you covered there, Dimitris. Do you recommend that we should book ahead for those restaurants for clients, or is it something where the clients can just turn up one evening and use their, you know, do they have to make reservations for tables? Or
I would say that if your clients want you to make the bookings before they arrive, this is perfectly fine. This can be done. Most of our guests, especially those who have visited us at least once, they do that upon checking. So I would say if for one night, you know, you're walking around and you see one of our beautiful restaurants, and then the following night you want to go there, just give a quick call to reception and say, I want to go for dinner at, you know, Argonaut restaurant, which is the Italian restaurant, on Wednesday at 8 o'clock at night. So this is the easiest thing. I also need to mention that we have golf baggage service, which is complimentary. So even if you want to go to one of our restaurants, which is like a 5-minute walking, if you don't want to do that, then you just call reception and say, I have dinner reservations at, I don't know, Cafe Neon restaurant at 8 o'clock. Can someone pick me up from room, I don't know, 131 at 10 to 8? And this is complimentary anytime throughout the day for as many times as they want.
Wow, that's fabulous. That's really good to know. Brilliant.
Although, one hint there, as I said, one of the best things to do is to walk. And especially during sunset time, you cannot imagine how many couples you will see holding hands and walking around the properties. It's generally so relaxing.
Yes, I can imagine. Stunning. Matt, any questions?
I've got a question. It might be better to use that service after dinner when you're so full and you want to take it back to your room, maybe. Or you've had a few too many drinks. My question, Dimitris, is on the credit you talked about at the Elounda Bay Palace. Could you explain that a little more? Is it a set amount they get per person?
It's a set amount. So as part of your room rate, you have breakfast included that is served in the main restaurant called Aretusa. It's American-style breakfast. And you also have evening dinner served in the same restaurant. That is every single night throughout your stay. Maybe as you're walking around the hotels, one night you see Dionysos restaurant. So this is not included in your half-board arrangements. You can still go for evening dinner. And then if we're talking about couples, let's say, both adults get 30 euros each off the bill. So if the bill, that is on food items. So if the food items, let's say, cost 80 euros for your dinner, then 80 minus 60 leaves us with 20. This is going to be your food items bill.
Wow.
And this is something that they might use once, twice, every night, or not at all. It's completely up to them.
Yeah, that's really clear. Thank you very much.
Right.
2 amazing hotels. I mean, they're just fantastic.
Let's just hope that we will all be able to visit the hotels soon. And the Greek Minister of Tourism has said that Greece is opening on the 14th of May. So fingers crossed this is going to be the case. And we're just waiting for a more clear idea from the UK government.
Awesome.
Brilliant. Fabulous, lovely. Well, Dimitris, thank you once again for taking the time to do the recording with us. As Matt's just said, they are 2 absolutely beautiful hotels. I'm sure our clients have really enjoyed watching the presentation. And as they know, they can contact myself and Matt, and we can arrange to get you over to the hotels in Crete. So thank you again for joining us, Dimitris. Really
thank you for inviting me.
Brilliant. Okay, guys, so I'll wrap everything up. So you've watched some of these videos now many times, so you're well aware that we have lots of holiday inspiration on our YouTube channel. If you haven't done so already, then please subscribe to the channel just so that you get updated with new videos and new content as they are added. And just thank you very much for taking the time to watch the presentation. And myself and Matt will look forward to getting you over to the Elounda Beach Hotel and Elounda Bay Palace very soon. Thanks very much, everyone. Take care.
Thanks, Dimitris.